calling him they're saying President Elon.
Yeah,
and the things they're saying is like they're trying their best to make them go against each other. Like, oh, well, this is President Trump, but I think Elon's really the president. Like, shut up.
In all honesty, do any of us really think Joe Biden was president?
Bro. Bro. Sleepy Joe.
Oh, Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
Welcome back, everybody, to Man First Podcast. I am Mixed.
I am J0.
It has been quite some time since we've been here. Do you want to tell the people why we've been gone on such a long hiatus?
Oh, yeah. We went to Hawaii. We've been traveling with the money we don't. Nah.
You went to Hawaii?
Nah, I'm joking.
Welcome back, everybody. So, yeah, I'm Mix from Man First Podcast. This is J0. So just so everybody knows, matter of fact, we got some upgrades going on. I want everybody to see what's going on. You can see our names show up now. So appreciate everybody for watching this video. Like I said, it's been a while since we've been here. And a lot of stuff has come up, you know, with the new year happening and you know, just like life, shit happens, right?
Yeah.
So, and it happens to us too. Like we're not like on that Elon Musk level. Even shit happens in his life, so stuff happens to us, just like stuff happens to y'all. So, how's your time been since November?
Oh man, I wouldn't even say a lot has happened, but I've been working a lot more. Like I was really working like from 4 all the way to almost 8 o'clock in the evening, man. So I really didn't have that time. I think I was pretty much telling you, bro, I don't have time for anything else. Like I'm on the road. Like I don't know what they were doing, but they were like, yo, I guess other people were taking time off. Right. So they were using me to make up those hours. Oh, he doesn't have a family. He doesn't have no life. Right. So we'll just use him. But I was loving it because I was making some money. So yeah, that was the biggest thing for me. It was just didn't have time to even come to the studio, and I was already tired by the time I got home. So, right. But I know people were like, "Oh, you still should have did something." You know, this is your podcast. You know, you got to stay on top.
Yeah, you know, we didn't have like millions of subscribers or anything, or hundreds of thousands or thousands. But we're working on it, and we want to get back into it. We want to get back talking about men shit. We want 2 guys talking about man stuff. Give it a place for everybody to chime in. So please. Leave a comment down below. Let us know what y'all want to talk about. We got a whole bunch of topics that we can discuss. Today is just kind of like a reintroduction to who we are. We're Man First. This is Zero Grid Studios presenting Man First Podcast. We're talking about man stuff. Mm-hmm. All right, we're rebooting the man, rewiring the mindset.
Right.
We're going back to what made us who we are and why we need to fall back into what is the order of things. And that's not a knock towards females. Just want to make sure we're clear on that. It's just when men get back to what we're supposed to be doing, things tend to work out, you know, despite the wars and all that crap. But so let's get into a couple of things that we missed. We didn't talk about Christmas. Did you have a Merry Christmas?
Oh, yeah. Didn't really get a whole lot. I mean,
well, no.
I mean, we're adults. We don't really expect.
That's why I didn't ask what you got, because I'm pretty sure you didn't get shit.
I mean, we don't really expect. I mean, what did my mom get me? My mom got me something. I think it was something. I think it was for the studio or something like that. She helped me out with the studio wise. I always tell her, I was like, you could help me out by. Was
it that floating globe over there?
That floating globe was just something to put back there. Oh, okay. I mean, it was. It's nice, right? Though
I like it.
I mean, it's got a little. It's the little things.
You know,
it's the little things.
Look at these upgrades. Look at the screen we got.
Yeah.
Look at that. Anyway,
we had such a hard time with that screen, though, don't you think?
Was that?
We had a hard time with that screen. It wasn't the exact screen that we wanted.
Right.
I thought that if I went, just hey, it's it does what we want to do. It shows stuff. Yeah. But connecting it to the way I wanted to. I thought we would be able to like Bluetooth it. That's what I thought. I thought we'd be able to like send the picture straight to the screen.
We're trying to get a smart screen.
Yeah, but
we got what was that? That's a Google TV.
Yeah, it was
a Google TV.
You had to subscribe. You had to sign up, log
sign in, and all that.
Crap. Yeah,
a good one's a Roku TV. I got a bunch of Roku TVs. They're cheap and they work just fine.
It's about the size of that.
Yeah, you can get them the size that you can go Walmart right now and get you.
No, I thought you said you had one. So there was no reason for me to get this?
Well, for the studio, I got them like for my house.
Oh, okay,
Like,
okay, okay. I
didn't
was like,
just buy-
I thought you said yeah, extra ones. I'm
No,
like, why did I buy
no.
that then?
No, I ain't got like I don't have just TVs lined up in my house just for any occasion.
That sounds like my mom's house. My mom has a TV in almost every freaking
Nah.
7 rooms. Crazy.
Now we did before we left. We were here long enough to go over the previous election, the 2024
Oh
election.
yeah, Trump's in office
And
now.
Trump's in office, and he ain't
He's the
effing
man
about.
now.
Trev ain't effing about. I'm trying not to cuss, but I want to say
Oh
he
no,
ain't effing about.
they got this. What is it? The FAFO. You know what the FAFO?
What's
is?
FAFO?
Fuck around, find out.
Oh yeah.
He got the FAFO going on.
He got that on lock, man. He ain't messing around.
He said, "Yo, fired. You're
yeah.
not doing nothing. Oh well, you're fired."
How do you feel? Let me ask you this. How do you feel about? I heard there's a bunch of federal agents or federal workers, excuse me, that like thousands, tens of thousands that got released from work. How you feel about that?
Released, like
Fired,
like
let go.
yeah. I think I saw videos of them carrying out their box, but they're smiling and stuff like that. Like hey, it's like another day.
Man, look, I got into a conversation at work with somebody about that, and he's not a fan of Trump, right? The guy I was talking to. I don't know if he's a Republican or Democrat, but he doesn't like Trump. And he said something about, I just feel so bad for those federal workers. I say, you do know that under Biden, they hired like 60,000 IRS agents, right? That's probably who they let go first.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like just, there's I don't know the full in-depth, so I'm not going to pretend that I know everything, but I do know that there's a lot of people that are working right now under the federal dime who don't do what they're supposed to be doing.
Oh yeah.
Because the DOGE, and we'll get into that in a second, they're telling us where our money's going. And I don't know about you, but it makes me upset to know that my money went to Peru to fund some trans something. I forgot what it was, but they like our money's just going on all this stuff that doesn't make any damn sense.
I heard
our
it.
money to go to.
We spent millions of dollars on helping other country make condoms or something like that.
Something like that. Yeah.
I was
don't
like,
know what's
wait,
real and
what?
what's true, but I definitely believe our money's going somewhere where it doesn't need to go.
Mhm.
And it's not going back to our pocket, or towards our economy and everything. So
But yeah, it definitely made me of course I'm a worker and I think one of the posts I made on X was that hey, yeah, I do believe that taxes are needed, but I want to know exactly where is my money going that
Right.
I'm paying taxes for.
Yeah.
And of course I'm jumping down the rabbit hole on this one, maybe conspiracy theory, but
I'll stay up here.
I think that this whole hiring of the 60,000 IRS agents,
yeah.
I think it was a way to peer into our wallets and get suck as much money as they
Yeah.
can from us because
Yeah.
the government is trying their best to fill their pockets and make deals overseas and all the kind of stuff that we're talking about right now.
That's what I think. I mean, I 100% believe that not only did they got all these people, and what they were doing, if you really paid attention, what they're doing their whole time is they were basically letting us know, if you want to like talk bad about us, we got 60,000 IRS agents that can investigate you.
Mhm.
That was like a power play,
Yeah.
essentially. It was like a strong arm or peacocking, right? Like, we just hired all these agents. Well, what does that mean? Don't worry about what that means. What were you saying about me the other day? You know what I mean? And just the way they went after Trump, the way they went after a bunch of conservative media outlets and things like that. Now, I don't know if that's what their plan was, but that's just what it looks like to me. So,
No, yeah, it's just if you just put everything together of everything that was happening during the Biden administration, it just starts to all make sense of what was happening with the money. It's like they were taking our money, of course, but whatever money they didn't have, they were borrowing. They were printing out more so they can make up for the things that they wanted to do overseas and stuff like that.
Didn't Trump tell Zelensky, "Hey, you owe me some money"?
Oh yeah, I think that was just recently, right? Like, yo, that was a loan. I don't know if anybody told you.
I don't know how you know how loans work, but in America, in America, we have this thing called payback. So we gave you like what 300 how much
billion, man,
30 billion, 300 billion or something, like some crazy number. And Trump's like, yeah, so when we gonna start seeing some of that ROI? Like we're not paying for a war to continue. We thought this was gonna help you win. If it's not, then apparently throwing more money at it ain't gonna do it. So I mean, I'm down with that.
Oh yeah,
I'm
ready to see some money pour into the United States instead of leaving.
Did DOGE, Elon Musk, is in charge of what is it
The
called?
Department of Government Efficiency.
Efficiency. So a lot of people are mad at Elon Musk or mad at Trump putting Elon Musk in charge of that because Elon Musk is not an American citizen. I think he's here on a work visa or whatever. And they're saying, oh, he has access to people's social security information and stuff. And I'm like, well, what is he doing? And apparently what that department is, it's about looking into where all this funding is going to from America out to wherever. And they've uncovered a lot of crap, but we were just talking about.
Do people know that he was also in charge of PayPal?
Yeah, like they said that
practically
he sold
almost
it,
the same thing. So people are getting mad.
Yeah,
like
it's nitpick shit. You know
why?
What I mean? Well, they're mad at Elon because he's aligned with Trump. It really has nothing to do with Elon. It's all about Trump. Who's
what are they calling him? They're calling him they're saying President Elon.
Yeah,
and the things they're saying is like they're trying their best to make them go against each other. Like, oh, well, this is President Trump, but I think Elon's really the president. Like, shut up.
In all honesty, do any of us really think Joe Biden was president?
Bro. Bro. Sleepy Joe.
Oh, Sleepy Joe.
Sleepy Joe.
You know, I think Joe was running some shit for a while,
bro. I don't even think he was running anything.
They put Kash Patel in charge of the FBI.
Yeah, I think he just got confirmed, right?
He just got confirmed. He went through a lengthy hearing or confirmation process or whatever.
Hearings and stuff like that, yeah.
Confirmation hearing and all that stuff. And dude, the stuff these people are saying is just crazy.
They're trying their best. They're like, it's like, what can we say to knock these guys down?
It's just politics as usual. Did you see the clip? Did you see the clip where I forgot what governor it was, but I think it was Massachusetts or Maine. I think it was Maine. Trump was in someplace. I think it was the White House, and he says, the governor of Maine. I think she's here. Is she here?
Yeah, I seen it.
And he said, what did he say? You owe us money, or no? Are you going to follow the federal laws?
The executive order. Yeah.
Yeah. Are you gonna follow these laws?
Are you going to comply? Yeah. Are you comply?
Yeah. Are you going to comply? Are you going to do what we tell you to do? Wait. She stood up. She said, "We're going to follow the state and federal laws." Well, we're federal.
So, I don't know if you heard, but
I don't know what you heard. Excuse me. You know, so and they were.
I will see you in court. Oh, that should be easy.
Yeah, so, yeah, I'll definitely see you there. Yeah, that's a hard thing for me to figure out. I'm president, and I've been convicted of 34 felonies, and I'm president after.
That should be easy. Yeah, I was like, that's my president.
You'll see me in court.
Like, you sure you want to see me in court?
You want to take that route? With
You're
me?
not going to be governor for too long.
I'm sorry, man. Like I don't. Look,
I love everything that's happening, man.
Look, man.
Not everything, but most things.
I just love. I don't know what's going on under the table. You know what I mean? I don't know what's going on behind closed doors. I don't know if he means what he's saying. He's in this position. He's a politician, just like every other president.
Right.
What I do like is he doesn't give a shit who he's talking to or where he's talking to him. He'll say whatever he wants, whenever he wants, and it's relatable to a guy like me.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I like, even when I was in the military, anytime I saw some sniveling, snot-nosed JO acting like they had some authority, it like pissed me off. Like, dude, calm down, learn your job, and then once you get up there and you earn that position,
mm-hmm.
then you'll have that respect that you're trying to just force people to have on you. With Trump, he's never held political office, so he's as green a politician in the political spectrum. He's as green as they come. Even I'm talking about back in 2016.
Okay, yeah.
But he's played politics his entire career. You know what I mean? Like, there's no way he gets to it. He was 900 million in the hole, and he somehow got out. So he knows politics. He paid politics. He's funded politics. He's raised money for politicians, excuse me. And for people to say, "Oh, he doesn't know what he's doing," and your politician does, like none of these people have an idea of what it means to be in our shoes. You know what I mean? They've been, for the most part. Not saying all of them. I'm sure some of them grew up, like J.D. Vance. He grew up poor as shit.
Right.
Now he's a vice president of the United States. That is a story of an American wants to be a part of. You know what I mean? But when you get a politician who tries to gaslight you into believing that if you vote for Trump, that means you're this, or if you support this idea, then you're that. Like, kiss my ass. Like, people, I think the majority of America spoke, and the Democrats still are not getting. And I hate to go on political rants, but I'm sorry. Let me maximize myself. I think people are tired of the last 10 years of the back and forth. If you're this, you're this. Like the definitive, the definitions that we're placing on people.
Yeah.
It's like we're tired of, I think Democrats for the most part, not so much liberals, maybe the older liberals, but they're just tired of having to like hate somebody. You know what I mean? I think, you know how exhausting it is to hate someone?
That's exactly what Americans are feeling right now. Exhausting.
It's exhausting.
Yeah.
It's like fatigue. It's political fatigue, and American people are just tired of arguing. Anybody with sense knows that the court, the trial that he had to go through, Donald Trump, with the whole Stormy Daniels thing and the money and the campaign stuff, nobody gives a shit. It's just another opportunity for them to smear his name. That's all that was. Because I'm sure he's not the only politician or person in political power that has been involved in that.
Oh yeah,
but nobody else gave a fuck about anybody else. But I'm sorry.
No, you're good. Speak your mind, man.
But it's like, I think people are just so tired of this back and forth. If Donald Trump won last time, he'd be gone right now. Okay, he'd be out, and the Democrats can do whatever they wanted to do, fight off with whoever's next. But they fought it, and look what happened.
Oh, they lost big time, man. And they didn't even realize they were losing.
Huge.
Because the type of stuff that they were focusing on was like, why? What? Yeah. Who cares?
Yeah.
I want to know what he's gonna do when he's in that seat of the presidency. What he can do for me. Is he gonna be able to help out America where it needs to be as a global power?
Right.
I mean. And he's showing it. I mean, he is really showing it. So, I mean, everything you said is like, yo, pure exhaustion. And like I said, I'm going to be, transparent. I did believe in the Democrats. Like I said, I have a family that was pure Democratic. My mom pretty much told me, oh, you're a Democrat. That's where our family has come from. And that's where we're all about. I'm like, well, when it comes down to me working 12 hours later, I'm sorry, but I'm going full practically Republican on that part.
Bro, there's nothing wrong with being split on certain issues.
Yeah.
When it comes to business, I'm conservative. When it comes to, relationships, me personally, I'm liberal. My beliefs are conservative, but do whatever you want to do, like gay marriage. Do whatever you like. This is America. All right?
It's land of the free.
It's land of free. Do what you want to do. If one church says we're not going to marry you because it doesn't align with our beliefs, go to another place. And if they don't want, go to another place. But there's nothing wrong with being split on something. Right. Now, if you want to take it to another level of where does your thinking come from? Is it coming from a secular place or a place of spirit or a place of belief or this and that? That's a whole other conversation. Mm-hmm. But we country-wise, from a worldly perspective, in America, this ain't Saudi Arabia. This ain't Afghanistan. This ain't places in the Middle East where you get stoned to death for being gay. Mm-hmm. There are people in this country that hurt gay people, and they should be. I don't want to say it. It's going on YouTube. I don't want to say what should happen to those people that want to hurt people just for being homosexual. There's other people I would like to do a lot of horrible things to as well. I won't say the name. The PDF files. You know what I mean? Don't get me started on that conversation. But what I'm saying is, Donald Trump has not said, when he first ran, he supported LGBT people. I don't want to get into it, but I just think this is America. It's okay to be liberal about this and conservative about that. It's okay to be on the fence, to joke. Oh, man,
we should be able to, have disagreements and actually, speak up about them,
Right. You should be able to at least talk about it.
Right.
Especially if you don't understand something. I don't understand what trans means. How can a biological male one day, or maybe over a course of a couple of years, decide he wants to be a she? And what does that mean going forward? Does that mean now the state has to recognize this person as? It's a big conversation, but to even ask questions like you're a demon, like you're Adolf Hitler at this point.
Mm-hmm.
and like that's what people are, that's what I think people are exhausted with doing. People are tired of having to like defend themselves, and people are tired of like pointing fingers at somebody, because how many friends have they lost? How many family members have they lost? Now they're like 40 or 50 and they're thinking about what happens when I'm 60 and 70. All these people that I don't agree with, and the people I do agree with are spineless.
Yeah.
You know,
Yeah.
like they don't stand up for anything. So I think this last election basically had a snapshot of where we are in the country.
Yeah, we're pretty much, it's like a transition that's happening right now. We were more talking about the whole socialism type atmosphere,
Yeah.
where I think we're kind of going over to the more I don't know how you say this, but more of the socialism to a more money, I guess you would say.
Capitalism?
Capitalism. There you go.
Yeah.
Capitalism. It seems like we're going more of the business direction. Like, let's be more objective about this. What's going on in this country? Inflation. Let's start caring about what really matters, other than all this stuff. So I think it's a transition that's happening. That's what I believe.
There is such thing as going too far capitalism. When the smaller person, I'll just say guy for the sake of just saying it, when the smaller guy can't even get started because the top people are holding them down, like that's an extreme form of capitalism. Socialism is where some people would love to go to, but to my understanding, and correct me if I'm wrong, please, socialism is when the government takes control of all business and has to divvy things out equally. On paper, it sounds, oh yeah, perfect. But when the government controls who can have a business and who can't, what freedom is that? You know what I mean? What if I want to start a business making rubber bands, and the government says, well, you have to employ these amount of people, these many people, these are their hours they have to work, and this is how much money you have to make, or you're allowed to make, and your employees have to make this. Like, well, whoa. Like, I want to start a business, and I'm going to be as fair as I can be. Hopefully, I'm going to be as fair as I possibly can be. If I have when I have employees, I'm going to pay them what they, what I believe is sustainable for my company to thrive. And they said, no. Government says, no, you have to pay them this amount. And they have to work these many hours, and you have to. Like, I don't even want to start a business. I'll just get a job.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, and when you start squelching, when you start tamping down new business, it's like the economy won't grow. You just have a bunch of millionaires making millions and millions of dollars, and then that's the end of that.
Right.
And then the middle class, they work I don't want to say slave labor, but they work as much as they can, make as little as they can, because it's cut off because the government says this is how much you're going to make. It's like, so there's no middle class, and there's no reason to try to jump up because they're not going to let you jump up. That's my understanding. If I am wrong, please contact Man First Podcast, Zero Grid Studios, and we'll have that conversation. Speaking of, we would love to have guests on the show. Obviously most people aren't going to be able to make it, but we can always Zoom or whatever the new telecommunication thing is going on right now. I think Zoom is the big one. I don't know I don't know if Hangouts is still a thing. Google Hangouts, I don't know. But we would love to have a guest.
We're
Speak their mind and have that
it
back and forth, liberal, conservative, whatever. Let me ask you, we talked shortly before we started about the stimulus checks.
We talked about, you talked about
real brief,
5,000 going to each American.
Some
I think
people,
taxpaying American, pretty much.
Taxpayers.
Taxpaying
Yeah,
Americans.
I think that's, well, I mean, in the stimulus checks during, how do I say it without being banned? During that time frame where everybody was coughing a lot, those stimulus checks were based on your income taxes as well, or they refunded it through the income tax system. Do you think 5,000 is enough? Do you think 5,000 is just fine, or do you think it's too much, or we shouldn't get it, or what's your position on that?
I'm pretty sure Trump's, I guess he's thinking like, either it go towards the debt or some type of debt that's, what's going on in America right now, because, we're what, 34 trillion, 35 trillion. And it's like,
we ain't never paying
I think it's like, right. It's pretty much being pushed to the new generation that, and I think that's the reason why the higher ups just don't care. It's like, they will pretty much, when I die, it's like, this debt is going towards the new generation. So why should I care?
Yeah.
But anyways, the 5,000, is that enough? It's way better than what the Biden gave us, and I don't even think they even promised us what they're going to give us. So
You remember when he said, "Hey, if I get elected, we're going to hand out $1,400 immediately."
yeah,
That magically turned from $1,400 immediately to $700 eventually.
he said we already gave you the 700. Like, wait, what? Hold on, time out.
I'm not the only one who remembers this, right?
Like, time out. Wait. You mean to tell me we got you elected? We pushed you guys into the whatchamacallit. So now you guys gonna half it because you guys said that you already gave the one before you guys got in office.
Why are you taking me back to
yeah,
this,
bro.
man?
I swear to God, it made me so. It was mind blowing. I was like, Mom, why? What? You know what? Okay. You know what? I'm gonna take my butt to work because that's 1,400 split.
Eventually,
Split.
not immediately. Immediately, I thought meant as soon as possible.
That only takes care of at least one house payment, man. I mean, 1 month's house payment.
Yeah,
you know?
in like 2012. Like today, $700. That'll get you like some, like maybe your electricity, your water bill, and maybe your car insurance. It ain't gonna pay anything else. Like $700 ain't nothing,
bro.
I take that back. $700 is a lot of money. The value of a dollar is still high with me. So $700 is $700. But it's in terms of like what things cost today, inflation and blah 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 blah.
It's getting worse, man.
I mean, it's getting worse. It's gonna
eggs is
was like $7, $8 now.
Bro.
Gas is not bad though.
I mean, I'm a single guy. I'm not too worried. It's not hard to take care of myself. But for a family, I mean, I told my mom, I was like, whoever is in that house, Mom, they need to start contributing. They're just sitting there and just being leeches. And I'm sorry, they've turned into liabilities for you. Nobody's chipping in. Everybody's expecting you to just take care of everything. I just, oh my God, I'll get into another show. Oh man.
Yeah, it's cool, man. When we get this show up and going, we'll give them some janitorial roles, like, hey man, let's do it look a little dirty. I don't pay you, just hang out, So we talked about DOGE. Oh, we didn't talk about DOGE. We talked about stimulus checks, Trump, Christmas. We kind of talked about DOGE a little bit.
Yeah.
Let me ask you this, because you're the guy to ask about this, being that you're about to have a show built around it. How's crypto doing?
Oh man,
I'm not the guy to talk about this.
I wish you didn't ask me that, man. It's oh man.
I texted you during the inauguration. I was like, "Hey, crypto's."
Yeah, you did.
I'm not laughing at you.
I came up with so many. I want to say excuses, but I mean, there are reasons why things are happening in the crypto world, and it's doing what crypto does, It's all
being crypto.
It's just being crypto. I know a lot of people, those of you guys who don't know about crypto, but that's exactly how, I've been in crypto since 2021. And I've seen the downs, I've seen the ups. People will probably say, yo, we haven't been there that long, but it's had the opposite effect of what I thought would happen. I thought that Trump's in office. We saw the videos that Trump was speaking about crypto, and there's a lot of things happening behind the scenes. Some adoption happening. Everything's not gonna shoot up. I understood that part. I already prepared myself. Okay, it's gonna do the exact opposite, because everybody was probably thinking, oh, crypto's gonna skyrocket up. We're all gonna be millionaires. Yeah. Well, Bitcoin is taking a nosedive lately, and I think that there's some people out there saying, "Oh, I think Trump should separate himself from Bitcoin because it doesn't seem like it's doing well because of what he's saying and the tariffs." I think is he actually putting it on Mexico and Canada now?
I have no idea.
I heard that he's actually going to move forward with the 25% on Canada and Mexico,
like tariffs.
Yeah,
I thought they made a deal.
They made a deal. Temporary deal, but Trump's loud that faithful. Like, I think we're going to go ahead and put those tariffs in place.
I don't fully understand tariffs, so I can't really speak on it. But I said this the day he got inaugurated. He has a lot to follow through with the people.
Exactly.
And as much as happy as I was that Donald Trump was elected and not Kamala Harris, I was like, look, man, he's in office. He better do something, and if he doesn't, he's going to go down as one of the worst.
And that is the what the crypto bros are saying. It's like he is following through.
Yeah.
It's just that it's not going the way that I guess we thought would happen,
Right.
But he's only been there what, a month now, maybe a little over a month, because January, February, so it's a little over a month now.
Yeah.
So I mean, just for short, it's just like market's going to do what the market does, and whatever he's saying is affecting, I guess, stocks and trades and stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure if that's skyrocketing or not, but I don't know, crypto is having the opposite effect. I think it's like lately, not even a day, $1 billion has been liquidated out of the crypto market. So that's the reason why it's just going
So
down.
people are selling?
Yeah, it's fear. I think the fear index the greed has showed that it's in the extremely fear, because like I said, whatever Trump is doing or the markets or whatever they're saying is taking the opposite effect. And the markets, the market makers are going to do what the market makers do. They're going to, like I said, this whole leveraging, because, let's call it what it is. Crypto is a big gambling system, especially with meme coins and stuff like that. And, those projects who are legit are having a hard time, but, they got to show utility.
Mm-hmm.
If they're not showing utility, then more likely they're going to go somewhere else and put their money towards other things that are way better than crypto, because crypto is pretty much risky assets compared to whatchamacallit, Bitcoin. But anyways, but yeah, so like I said, for me, I'm just taking a step back, getting my eyes off that, because I think, of course, I got other things to worry about other than crypto right now. Just all about taking a step back and just concentrate on other things.
All right, crypto world, what's going on? Fill us in on what's happening out there.
Yeah, people are selling. They're trying to keep their money, and they're, like I said, they're probably putting it towards something else other than crypto.
You think they're just waiting to see what happens?
Yeah,
like they're just giving a little bit of cushion. Just be like, let me pull my money out right now and just wait and see what happens. You think that's what's going on?
We have a cycle. It's a 4-year cycle, and whatever's happening right now is doing what it usually does. If people are saying, "Oh, it's different now," well, not technically. It's just we got bigger, bigger individuals or institutions in this now, and they're trying their best to remember I said I think I remember telling you. They're trying to create. Oh, man, I forgot the word I was trying to look for. They're trying to create something for it. They're trying to make it more legit, like something to protect individuals. If they get into it, then therefore they're protected. Because right now we have clarity. We don't have real law clarity, and right now it's all in the works behind the curtains.
Got it. All right. Well, talk a little bit about crypto. In the time we were not recording or uploading videos and everything like that, let's talk about what we've been up to, really.
Mm-hmm.
Me personally, I just been working. I'm actually, it's a weird time right now. I'm in the car market, automobile sales market, car sales market. And some people are doing okay. Some people not doing too well. I'm in there somewhere.
Are people buying right now, or no? Not really.
Well, it's truck month, so if you sell new cars, that's great. I'm sure. It's the car market is just like any other market, like stock market or maybe even crypto might be the same. People were not really jumping at the bits to buy something, especially during the election time frame, and I think people are still just waiting it out.
Yeah,
to try to see what's going to happen, because as we alluded to earlier, like people are kind of worried. They don't know what's going to happen next. So there are still people buying cars. Don't get me wrong.
Right.
Some places are doing pretty good numbers. Some places not so much. I'm sure location has something to do with it, and in local economy, blah blah blah. In general, though, I think. I don't want to get too much into the inner workings of car deals and stuff. I don't really have a finger on the pulse of the car market right now. But from what I've seen, people are not like just jumping at the bits to buy vehicles right now.
Yeah, it's too much uncertainty right now.
It's too much. Yeah, we got to give it a little bit of time. Plus, it's February, so income tax.
Right,
People are
right.
waiting on that, and I'm sure a lot of people are worried about filling out their taxes incorrectly
I
or
got my
something
tax
like that.
real fast for some reason, man.
Well, how long did you wait to do it? Did you do it like as soon as you could?
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah,
it
me
was
too.
like not even was it when did you good like after the 22nd or the
I
20?
think it was like the end of January. Or
Yeah,
something
it was
like
around
that.
the end of the January,
Yeah.
and then not even a week I got mine. I was like, wow, that usually takes up to like 3 weeks.
Yeah, it's a bit concerning though because they'll still give you your return and everything. I was wondering how much I was going to get because it was getting bad, bro. Like money had to get pulled out of places.
Yeah, that's pretty much what's happening with me right
You know
now.
what I
Yeah.
mean? So it got bad. Like like I told y'all, we are not rich individuals. We don't have
No.
just all these different accounts in all these other places. So it was getting pretty rough. Like it was getting bad, and I think and when income tax came in, I was getting worried because sometimes I had to pay money back. And
Mhm.
I was like, why do I have to pay? And I thought it was this, I thought it was that. I didn't know what it was, the child tax credit and all that crap. And
That's weird.
yeah, it was weird. I didn't understand it, but it whatever. But the cool thing is what's it when you own a house and you set up your payments, your mortgage payments to pay for escrow or
Mhm.
something. If you pay a lot and you have money at the end, they refund it back to you.
Okay.
So that definitely helped. So that's pretty cool. What have you been up to?
Like I said, I've just been working, man.
Yeah.
I was working hard. I recently was let go. That's for the next show. I will get into that.
Yeah.
That'll be our next topic. But it was a big eye opening, And right now, lately, like I said, I use some of my investment money to upgrade the studio because I'm kind of going full throttle, I guess you would say. I want to make sure that this continues, and I will do my absolute best, even though I was let go. Well, I don't want to say let go. I was terminated, and like I said, that was pretty much it, man. Like I said, I just been working hard. I continue to work hard, and I'm hoping it motivates me into a better, I guess, better place.
Yeah, better position.
Yeah,
Better,
I'm more
preferable hours.
I don't know why, but like I said, I was gonna get into this the next show, but I feel more relaxed for some reason. Like I feel less stress,
Yeah.
and maybe it's because I can work for myself. I can work hard the way I want to, other than working hard for someone. And like I said, we'll get into that the next show.
Okay. All right. Well, let's talk about being that it's February and we haven't put out an episode in a couple months. Let's talk about our goals, man. Moving forward, we're maintaining positivity. We're gonna blast through the door, blast through the ceiling. What is the goals for Zero Grid Studios?
Zero Grid Studios, man. Like I said, we're full throttling it, man. We're gonna have guests. We're gonna have more to talk about since I would say it's a new era of thinking in a sort of way. Like I said, I feel
Yeah.
like we're going from social. It's a transitory type
Yeah,
feeling.
it's an adjustment.
Yeah. So Zero Grid Studios is gonna keep going, man. I'm gonna do my absolute best, especially how fired up I am about it. There's gonna be different types of videos, whether it's gonna be crypto. I'm still talking to my friend about wrestling. So if anybody's a wrestling fan, what else? I don't know, man. Like I said, we're going to have a whole bunch of different types of categories to look at, man.
Yeah. Yeah. So what about personal goals, like and outside of
Personal goals? Man, I was thinking about getting back into dating. I was thinking about it, but every time I don't know if you heard, but they were talking about they're using AI in these dating apps now. Like they're actually putting AI, and you're probably looking at me like, well, how would they put AI in that?
in
Well,
what way? Like
I told you this before. I think it's a big scam when it comes down to these dating apps, man.
oh yeah.
I think they're gonna show women on there, but they're gonna be AI women. Because you'll be
so AI is gonna talk
you'll
in
be
your
in the chat, you'll be talking, but it's actually AI talking back to you. Like you might ask a question, well, how do you make a cake? Actually reply back. It'll actually reply back a recipe.
So AI is like the broker, like the spokesperson for the individual you're trying to contact.
No, I'm talking about this. It's trying to trick you. Like they're trying to trick you. And that's why I said that when you get on these. So be careful. Anybody who's out there on those dating apps, guys, be careful because you don't know who you're actually talking to. You might actually be talking to one of these. I think AI is the money grab. You may actually start talking, but you're actually talking to an AI. It's like I said, it's a money grabbing system now. It's like, I'm not saying it's not worth it. I'm just saying be careful.
I mean, you definitely, before you ever get involved in anybody, you want to at least video chat with them. There's FaceTime and anytime, because back in the day, just real quick, back in the day, whenever you talk to somebody on the internet, everybody people could have the access to have a webcam. Some people said, I don't have a webcam, and it was believable. Nobody has that excuse anymore. Everybody has a camera on their phone.
Right.
If you have a cell phone, you have a camera. So for somebody to say, no, I don't want to get on my camera now, it's not working, blah, 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 you abandon ship. Like just jump ship. Yeah,
I just had an interview. I just told you before the show. I had an interview, and it was my very first time using a webcam for, the interview and stuff like that. And I was like, pretty glad I had it set up everything okay. I was like, how do you work this thing? Oh my God. The wire goes here, the wire goes there. But I think what you just said, even on your phone, I was able to bring up that meeting if I needed to. But yeah, I thought it was more business-like for me to put the webcam up on the computer.
All right. Well, that's basically all we're going to talk about on the return back. Man First podcast, back in your face.
Let me ask you a question real quick.
Yeah, go ahead.
Do you have a New Year's resolution? And before you say anything, I need you to really say what kind of resolution you have. Some people like to say some jumpy normal stuff like, oh, well, I want to lose weight. Right. I want to be a better person. Like, what does that even mean? Like, I need details.
I want to move forward in my life and advance my positional status. Yeah.
Like, that doesn't tell me anything.
What the hell does that mean?
Like, be a better person where you were bad last year? Like what?
I have that new system, that not gaming system, but with the games that I set up for you guys, I want to get that off the ground. I want to move that forward, and by at least the end of the year, have at least something published. Like that would be awesome.
Yeah.
I'll talk about that on a different topic, but I want to get that off the feed, off the ground, and get that going. At least have something working towards being published on that that front. In terms of personal, I plan not to, I would like to not go broke. Like that's a huge resolution. It may be like, oh, who's broke? No, you can go broke these days. Like you can start the year with 80 grand and be broke by July. You know what I mean? If it's not taken care of right, or you make the wrong moves. So it's really about being conservative with financial decisions and financial choices. But not most importantly, but also importantly, I want to get this higher. I want us to have, by the end of the year, I would like to have like at least 20,000 subscribers, if not more.
That's one of the biggest reasons why I said we're not going to just have the Man First podcast. We're probably going to start going into different categories, which brings in more people other than just, of course, just men. And, I know we got a little bit of women probably watching this, but
very few. I've seen the analytics, so it's not looking good for me. Well, the thing, we don't say anything controversial. If we said some controversial stuff, we get more women watching. Ironically, like if we say, we're not here to talk bad about women just probably tune out. Okay, well then that's fine. They're doing the right thing. But if we say, man, women ain't shit, women will be tuning in left and right, leaving hate comments and telling people not to watch us.
Yeah, I've been having people actually saying, oh, well, you just need people on the show, and I think a old friend from high school was like, oh, you need a person like me,
of course,
a woman. And I was like, how are you? Do you do truth?
Okay, bring her on the show.
Do you do truth?
Do you do truth?
Do you do truth?
That should be the first question we ask any guest. can you do truth? Like, what do you mean? No, mark off the
What
list.
do you mean? What do I mean?
If you don't know what that means, then you probably shouldn't be on the show.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But that's pretty much the first thing I asked. I was
No,
like,
fuck it, let's get to views.
how well do you handle truth? You know,
Like, can you do truth?
I'm not saying that I'm a truth. I always say everything that's the truth, but
Right.
you know, I do my best to, you know, how you say, bring enough evidence to say that this is
Right.
factual, you know?
Yeah, yeah. All right. Well, that basically gonna wrap it up for our return back to the YouTube screen. You got anything else you want to say before we wrap up?
Oh, that's it, man. Let's get on with it. And you guys will see us more often now.
All right. I am Mixed.
I'm J0.
See you next time.
All right.